After Shia LaBeouf absolutely annihilated a woke feminist filmmaker, which I covered in a video yesterday that you can go watch if you want, he is back. He is continuing his rampage, but this time focusing on another major issue, something that Hollywood is directly targeting to destroy, which is masculinity. I've been talking about this for a long time here on the channel. This is what Hollywood is trying to destroy first and foremost, masculinity. If you don't really know what it is to be a man, actor Shia LaBeouf discusses cultural absence of masculinity. Like I said, one of the biggest problems in our culture today. There's no puberty ceremony for a young man today. Actor Shia LaBeouf discussed the absence of discussing and understanding real masculinity in our culture during a sit-down conversation with Bishop Robert Barron published this week. So LaBeouf has recently opened up about finding God, hope in God, and converting to Catholicism. And, you know, it's crazy, man. Like, his whole life, it seems to have been flipped. It's pretty incredible stuff. LaBeouf explained to the bishop that he, as a person who was never taught real masculinity, didn't understand the difference between the two, meekness and weakness.
The difference to you between being meek and being weak. Meek is to be treasured. Meek is to be valued. Meek is a submissive respect. Weak is having no faith.
LaBeouf said his understanding of meek was far different, noting that he never had a puberty ceremony.
You know, meek in my head, from a kid who never had a puberty ceremony. I mean, you know, Judaism, and you're 13 and they put you on a chair and you get a driver's license, but it's not like I wander off into the woods and come back with a lion's head. You know, there's no puberty ceremony for a young man today.
You know, that's a problem in our culture.
Yes.
We've forgotten how to do that.
And you don't really know what it is to be a man.
It's so true. It's so true that there is none of that happening. Even down to like our school systems, they are continuing to try to discourage boys from becoming men and you know, seizing passion, seizing adventure, chasing the dragons and the princesses and all of those things, those powerful things that men should be chasing. Obviously, metaphorically speaking today when it comes to dragons, but you guys get the picture. Like, that is what men should be doing.
You know, and James starts talking about mountains. You know, this is where Seven Story Mountain comes about, but we were in a conversation about a mountain, about what in nature is masculine. And I'm like, and he says mountain. And he says, do you know why? He goes, because it's immovable. You know, the wind is not going to move a mountain. And then we start talking about my wife and what my wife wants in a man, and being stable and where that stability comes from for a man, and that it's not going to be something you will. It's going to be something you lean on. It accounted for this whole side of this Christ that I didn't know yet. And he sort of like masculinized the whole thing for me as this warrior's journey.
It's just crazy seeing LaBeouf talking about this. And it's interesting because LaBeouf, I've been watching and following him for a while. He did this movie a few years back called Peanut Butter Falcon, I believe it was called. It is a phenomenal film. Go check it out if you can, because it is one of the best movies that I saw that year. And, you know, LaBeouf has been asking these types of questions for quite some time now, so it's just really cool to see. So you guys get the picture. He continues on, and he talks about all of this crazy stuff, and just the impact that faith has had on his life. And it's pretty incredible. With that being said, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. I'd appreciate that a lot. And I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.